Hello everyone. In this video we're going to go over Laravel. Laravel is a really powerful PHP framework that you can use to create any kind of website. It's really powerful, it's really flexible, but the problem is that most people don't really understand how to use it or how to get started using Laravel. So in this video we're going to talk about that. So in order to proceed, you will need this local server, which is what I'm using, example, but other PHP local development environment will do. Just make sure that you have a local PHP setup and Apache or any PHP server to create Laravel. So by now you must also have installed Composer, which is a package management tool. So as you can see, in order to create a Laravel project, we'll use the command line. So let me just show you an example. So here, this is my desktop. As you can see, I'll go ahead and create a folder. You can just by using the mouse, you can create a folder just by using a mouse, but what I'll do is create a folder using a command line interface, which is mkdir, which is make directory, and I'll call it Laravel apps, and I'll navigate to that folder. As you can see, a folder was generated. So this is where I'll create my Laravel project. Laravel, let's go to Google, Laravel create project. So let's take a look at the command that we use basically to create a project. Alright, so right now we are using the Composer. We're not requiring the global Laravel setup. All we'll do is this command. So the command that I'm going to use, basic app, I'll call my project a basic app, and you can just pause the video to save time, or you can just copy it from the internet. Just change the name of the project and click enter. I'll pause the video so that to save time. Alright, we're getting some error message. Just make sure if the message is about the version, just try by removing the version. Now I'll pause the video just to save time. It will download all the dependencies that it depends on and come back to you. Alright, stop. Alright, while it's installing, let's take a look at the folder. So I'll be honest, what I hate about Laravel is that why does it install a whole bunch of vendors like packages, the packages that we will not be even using, because they take up so much space. Now while installing, they doesn't show the space that they take. Let me pause the video again, because usually it takes like 10 or 15 minutes to install a Laravel project, especially if you are installing it using the Composer. So there are two ways of installing Laravel. One is by using the command that we just wrote, and the other is by using the Laravel command instead of the Composer. So both ways are efficient, but if you want to have the Laravel available globally, you should use the first command that we've seen here. So Composer global require Laravel /installer. This command will install Laravel globally, so you'll have this command available after you run this command. So, but what we've done is copied this command and change the name and remove the version. So we don't want to be specific about the version, so I just use the Composer create -project Laravel /Laravel and the name of the project, which was basic app. So it's installing. Again, if there were no packages, like unnecessary packages, this app would have been installed already. So there are so many packages here, but all we want right now is to explore the features of Laravel, basically to get a clear picture illustration of how that works. And Laravel is really the way that Laravel works is it's using the MVC paradigm or MVC mechanism. If you don't know what MVC is, I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can watch it. But really, MVC is really about model view controller. They work together. So when you install Laravel, you might get this folder as well, but if you're not planning to use Git, you can get rid of this folder as well. But I don't really, at least for this video, I'm not planning to be using the Git or GitHub. So let me pause the video again. I think it's going to take more time. Alright, finally. I think this would have taken forever if I didn't pause the video. Alright, would you like to have any version control system? No, I don't. Alright, finally we are ready. So I'm not planning to do any database connections in this video, but we're going to do that in the next video. So for now we'll just run this app. So as you can see, we are now located inside the Laravel's app, which is this folder. So what I'm going to do is navigate to my projects folder, which is basic app, and then use this command to open this website in VS Code. Okay, it's saying that the executable file of the VS Code has not been added to the path, to the system path, and that's fine. We'll just manually add it in there. So let's think everything looks like that we are running it for the first time. So alright, let's open this project, and I'm just using another user. That's why there is no actually no app, no additional plugin installed. But you know, actually we don't have to install any additional plugins or add-ins at this point, but the basic functionality is working. So I could have used basically I could have used the Sublime Text editor, but the thing that I like most about VS Code is the ability to find any file that I'm working on. So that's really the core feature that I like. So if I want to find something like web.php, you know, VS Code is always there for me. So alright, so let's get started. We're going to learn the basics of Laravel. So as soon as you get your project starting, so I'll just keep the documentation tab open on the right hand side. So in order to run the project, the command that we're going to use is php. So let me clear the screen first, and php artisan serve. So now it will give back the IP address. So what I'm going to do is copy it and paste it in the browser. Alright, this is the Laravel project that we have just created. That's it, guys. So the next thing is that we're going to go over is how Laravel project works, basically how it's structured. What are the basic components that are connected that work together? So everything starts from here. So there is this public directory which has this index, and this loads up everything. This is the file that's responsible for starting the whole Laravel project. So then there are some kernel projects going on inside the system directories like Bootstrap. Now, just so you know, this Bootstrap is not the CSS Bootstrap, it's the system Bootstrap. It's the directory where everything starts, comes to the life. Okay, so inside this folder there's a whole bunch of directories. Now this is something that you really don't have to understand at this point. So as soon as everything starts up, this file gets loaded. So which is, I understand it's a little bit difficult to see, especially when we're not using any additional themes or icons. So let me fix that. So let's go ahead and use some theme. I think material theme is the one that I would use. I just want to have something that's nice to look at. Alright, I think this one much better. Alright, just let me see more. I think this. Alright, this one much better. Okay. But it's kind of difficult to see the structure. So let me actually try the different one. And let me set the color like this one. I think now it's much better. So as I've said, let me zoom in a little bit, excuse me. I'll hold down Control and click the plus sign. Alright, now everything looks a little bit better. So again, as soon as the whole process starts, there is this file which is called web.php. It's located inside the routes directory. Now we'll talk more about the other files as well, but for now just open this file. Now this file, first of all, it imports or uses this Illuminate support facade, and route is the name of the class. But basically what we're doing here is basically we're defining this route, which is the home directory. As soon as, what this means is basically as soon as the user enters the home route, which is the root directory, something that's, you know, if it's an domain name or the IP address, it's this thing. So as soon as the user visits the home page, load this screen. Well, now what this means actually is that we have this view class that's located inside the resources. So the views is this one. So we have a particular, we might have lots of views later on, but for now, as you can see, we have this welcome view that's located inside the views directory. It's called welcome.blade.php. This is a Blade templating engine that's used inside Laravel, but when defining routes, we don't use the Blade keyword or PHP. We just use the name of the template. So the name is, as you can see, template. It's welcome. Welcome. So that's what we wrote. That's what's basically defined here. So let me go ahead and refresh it a little bit. As you can see, so just so you know, everything starts from here. So let's now try to define another route. So what I'll do is I'll just duplicate a few list items. Okay, let's open it. We can see the changes. But what if we visit the home page again? So let me add the link. Now this time I don't necessarily have to change the whatever. Excuse me, just almost dropped my microphone. 1 second. Let's see if I had all my navigation menus on this page, like welcome. Now let me clear the welcome because I don't need this layout anymore because we want to get started from the very simple page. So I'll just copy it. So this page was about company. Now this is the home page. Let's call it home page. You can customize the home page as you like by adding some, you know, sliders, carousels, whatever. So this, now we know that this is a home page, this is about page. But how can we add some navigational menus so that we know, so that we don't have to type the URLs every time, so that we have some links right here. Now this time, imagine if we had more pages like this, like gallery, contact, blogs. We would have to change the links, you know, in all pages before. But now, since Laravel Blade templating engine provides us with the ability to change it once, and this will be applied globally. So let me add the link. Now for this video I won't add the fancy navigational menu. I'll just throw some links. Okay, this is the link that will take to home page. Now let me add the contact and contact as well. There we go. You can see now, looks like we forgot to declare the route for this page. Now, really important, when you get this message 404, make sure that you have the route for the page that you requested. Now the page was contact. Each direction, each route or each address should be declared in the web.php file. It's contact, and the view that we want to present when someone visits this page, this address, is the contact view. Okay, let's see. There we go, it's working. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this video, guys. My apologies for making this video too long, but this is, you know, I'm not an expert in this. I was just, you know, exploring the Laravel, something that I really didn't understand before, something that I learned myself just recently. But I'm planning to make more videos about Laravel, sharing my ideas with you guys. So please subscribe to my channel, leave comments in the comment section below. If you have any questions, I'll reach out to you and answer any of your questions. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like this video, and I'll see you next time.